Tonight we're at the Disney 100 Years of Wonder at the Lincoln area at Disneyland, Disneyana area, that Lincoln theater area. Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln, that's what it is. You look to the left, there's Minnie. Look to the right, there's Mickey, and they're in their 100-year gear. So let's go in and see what kind of stuff they have in there. So we're going in, and this is the bench, and this is the merry-go-round horse that they have from where they originally went in Griffith Park. And here is the bench that Walt Disney went, sat on, probably farted on, and I want to go and take a sniff of it so I can ingest his majesty through that fart so I could be inspired too. Maybe I could build my own Disneyland, but in the form of something else. Popcorn machine right there, and a little welcome sign that says Disney 100, and a little history about Disney. And now we're gonna go to this glass thing over here. Now we can see this pirate. It looks like he's about to guard somebody. I think that's Pirates of the Caribbean. How do you say it? And then there's a Smee looking guy. Looks like he has some candy canes in his belt. And then there's good old Pinocchio. He got splinters on his hand because he was being naughty. And if you turn here, you can see some. Oh, it's the Incredibles. You can see over there that Mrs. Incredible is still a baddie. We got some more Incredibles art here. And yeah, so this is at the Disney Gallery at Disneyana. It's right when you enter and you go to the right. That's where it resides. Storybook Canals. This is one of my favorite things. It's nice to go when... Oh, look, a giant. I don't remember a giant being there. And then the giant laying down like Gulliver's Travel. The canal book, storybook canals are one of my favorite places to get stopped on while they do the fireworks, because you just look up and it's like a mini city. You see the fireworks. Whoa, they had a slide out of the whale's mouth, but instead now you're coming into the whale's mouth. That would have been cool if they had that original concept come into fruition. This is 2000. What? And here's Casey Jr. I like this ride too. In my we used to go with my friends. We were all in our 30s at the time, and we're just 30s and 20s. We just ride and go into the monkey cages and just act a fool. Yeah, we were annoying. And here's the Dumbos. They used to be pink Dumbos. Did you know that his name is Jumbo or something from the movie? I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. And here's the glory hole from Dumbo, where they just stick it out there and then they hug the trunk. And then here is, oh look at Dumbo in a tub. Aw, that tub has to be pretty big too. That's like a swimming pool. But yeah, Dumbo's pretty cute. Now this is Pinocchio's journey. Here's Geppetto, and he's Figaro, I think, and they're making Pinocchio with his long nose, or his nose is not that long until he lies about doing naughty things. That's why he has splinters on his hand. And these are all in the dark rides. That's pretty cool how Walt and like Bob Gurr and stuff like that, they thought of all these different ways to do their dark rides. And this one was always weird to me because Snow White's Enchanted Wish. I remember this ride originally, before they changed it like in the past year or two, I remember it was like so creepy at the end. It's like, oh no, oh yeah, happy ever ending after. And then I'm like, wait, what happened? The witch was at the height of her power and then just happily ever after? Yeah, but yeah, this one's actually, I like the whale, the strobe light and the whale. I always like get freaked out and excited at the same time. But not in that way. But look at her face, looks all like, oh, I got the sweet. Oh. Here's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I almost said Magic Ride. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's not like the Magic Carpet Ride. This ride, I really like this ride because you get sentenced by the judge to go to hell. And then it's warm too. If it's a cold day, you just go on the ride and he's so established. Look at him. He's standing there like he owns the place. Well, he owns the ride. And he's an esquire too. His full name is something like Mr. Jared Toad Esquire or something like that. Peter Pan's Flight. Ooh, I like how this track is like on the top and you're floating over the place. That's pretty unique. I can imagine for its time it was like seemed like such an advanced thing. And did you know on the ride under Big Ben that there's a Mickey on one of the places on Big Ben if you look like at the last curve around Big Ben. And Big Ben was also the name of something that was not a clock, if you know what I mean. And then Captain Hook. Oh, I love this ride. I love looking at the artwork that they have too. And this is a old newspaper, but this is like a big plastic thing. It's not like an actual paper. This is a big plastic thing that shows like a newspaper, and it shows the day that Disneyland opened. It was there was a lot of problems, I remember, and yeah, they have all these. It's pretty cool how you save the newspaper and see what else was happening. Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage. So this was I forgot what it was called before, but now it's Finding Nemo, and I like what they did with it. It's like it's the same thing, but then it's Finding Nemo theme. It's the same track, I think, from the Voyage Under the Sea. And yeah, we take our daughter, and sometimes she gets scared because stuff. Alice in Wonderland. Ooh, I like this place. There's little Timmy in there in the haunted area towards the end where it's the unbirthday and you're going straight. So if your cart ever stops or you get your hair pulled or something, it might be little Timmy haunting the ride. But I like this ride too because it goes inside and outside, and then there's like that little caterpillar chode smoking a hookah. And teacups and stuff. I don't know. I just really like that whole concept of that whole thing. And then the teacups too. Yeah, the teacups. Do you ever try to go as fast as you can? Sometimes I try to go where I turn it so it's like we're not moving at all. That one is pretty cool. And then sometimes you go as fast as you can, and then I just feel sick. I'm older now. I can't do that anymore. And here is Disneyland from the past. Pictures. They had this before the 100th year celebration. They always have this little place. Look at the UFO bumper cars. Man, I wish I could have ridden that. And then I remember they had that at Cars Land, and they had those beach balls too that you could throw at each other. That was really cool until I'm pretty sure someone complained you can't have it anymore. People Mover. That was everyone's favorite, but I thought it was boring. But I want it back at the same time. I would throw stuff off of it. Maybe you shouldn't do that. And in Autopia, Autopia was more independent from the track, I think. And then it says the present. The present is Star Wars, which is like in the future. Or no, but it was ages ago or years ago. And then there's the future, Mickey's Railroad and Tiana's Bayou. I can't wait for that to come out and finally see Splash Mountain rebranded because it wasn't getting its love. So now they gotta change it, and I'm all good for it. You know, Walt said that Disneyland will never be complete. I think the thing that will never be complete is the rising prices. And there's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm gonna post the full ride soon. And then there is the Mine Train. I think this doesn't exist anymore, but there's remnants in the island. The Tom Sawyer Island, there's some remnants of it. We got some Beaver Valley. Why does that sound weird? Oh, and this is also shown if you're on the Mark Twain or the sailing ship Columbia. You can see some remnants of it. They always say remnants. Maybe I just say remnants. But here's the old Disneyland maps, old Disneyland posters and flyers. That's pretty cool. I love this stuff like that. And then there's the bear. There's like bear stuff and grizzly stuff. These bears look kind of scary. And these cactus. It's missing one more thing, you know. Indiana Jones. I had never understood why Indiana Jones is at Disney, because wasn't it like a Universal or NBC type of thing? But I don't know. So I think someone told me that the Indiana Jones that I rode here, and I also rode the one in Japan, that they have different themes of the elements. Like this one is fire. The one in Japan is, I think, wind, and other stuff. And then here's the whole concept of Disneyland. Adventureland as a whole. Jungle Cruise, I think, and all that stuff. Man, it's Swiss Family Robinson tree, which turned into the Tarzan tree, which is now gonna turn into the tree inspired by Swiss Family Robinson. Just bring it back to the Swiss Family Robinson tree. You don't have to be exactly the same. There's Jungle Cruise. One time I got scared because it says, "Please do not take pictures. They bolted to the wall for a reason," and that one got me. I love the puns. That's my favorite ride because of all the puns of Jungle Cruise. African lions. And then here's some old art, more old art of old stuff. The old Disneyland. But it's pretty cool always to see all this artwork or these blueprints and stuff, and then see how it actually came about. Because sometimes you have the limitations of like just the technology or just physics, so they got to change it. And then there's a creativity in how they change the ride to actually work, even though it might not be exactly what they want because it's a technology or limitations. They use their creativity to make it still an awesome experience, and that's what I love about spending 100 years of my life at Disneyland so far. And now we got Avengers Campus. This is a pretty new thing, but of course they include it because it's 100 years. And towards the end of the 100 years, they had the Avengers, and then this one is some rocks and stuff. Some rocks and caves. What is this, pirates? Oh, I love pirates too, because you could, I don't know, I took a nap there once. One time I was with a bunch of friends, like, acquaintances and friends, and I looked back, or I was sitting next to two people. They were not a couple, and then my wife was sitting in front, and then my wife looks back, and then her eyes get wide open, and then the person next to me was getting a handy from the person next to them. Not me, but the girl next to them was giving a handy to the person next to me. And I was like, what the heck? Where's mine? And then here's the Haunted Mansion artwork. Haunted Mansion is always a classic. Stretching doors. There's no doors or windows here. Find a way out. That was, paraphrasing. And it is here is, what is this? This is the stretching walls, I think. I love all the magic and all the illusions that they do in the Haunted Mansion. And then if you've ever been to the Magic Castle, they have something like showing some Haunted Mansion stuff or Haunted Mansion tricks. That's pretty cool seeing that over there at the Magic Castle. No, I mean, not to brag or anything, And here's more artwork. This one's about future. So it looks like, Star Tours. And this one's Star Tours. I can't go on Star Tours anymore. I get pretty dizzy now because I'm old, I guess. I guess I'm just old. And then here's more Batuu. I'm about to go over there, but right now I'm just in the gallery. I just walked into Disneyland, but I'm about to meet some friends. And they did a really good job with the scenery and everything with Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge in Batuu. They did a really good job. I wish there was more rides though. There's only 2 rides. I think like 2 main restaurants, and Oga's Cantina is pretty cool. And here's another glass thing. Oh, you got Dumbo. Oh no, that's not Dumbo. That's the Jungle Cruise elephant taking a shower or something. Here's Indiana. It looks like he's surfing. Indiana Jones surfing, but he's really avoiding a big ball. Then there's a seesaw, guys. I don't know where this is from. This is from Alice in Wonderland or Peter Pan or something. No, I don't think Peter Pan had seesaws. And then there's this one's from Alice in Wonderland, I think. It's a little crown guy. I don't know. I'm a Disney fan, but I don't know all these details and stuff. Oh, here's the Matterhorn. The Yeti. I think his name was like Harold or something, the old Yeti. But now they have a new Yeti, scarier Yeti, and a more fluid Yeti. Like gender fluid? No, the fluid like movements. There's a basketball court in the Matterhorn too. Now here we're back with the artwork from the canal boats. Oh, and the castle. The iconic castle, Sleeping Beauty Castle. Some people get anal about it. It's not Sleeping Beauty's castle, it's Sleeping Beauty Castle. Did you know that you could walk in and there's like a story about Princess Aurora? Is that her name? Or Ariola or something like that? Inside the castle. You go up the stairs, you go down. There's no handicap accessible thing. So you kind of have to go in this room on the side. This is where the huge map of Disneyland was. But instead, they replaced it with some storyboard stuff, some old cartoons, and some printing or something. I don't know. It's not a printing press, but it's like where they have different layers of drawings or animation, and the animation board, or animating color board, or whatever. That's what we got over here. They replaced it. I can't believe they replaced it. Look how cute! It's Dumbo! It's like a baby Dumbo. I wonder if it's like actual size. I wonder if is this a taxidermy version of the actor that played it in the original movie, the cartoon? Oh, look at his ears! Oh, how cute! And then here's the old hag. Oh, is that derogatory now? Old hag with got this apple. Look at it. Oh, man, look at that wart on the tip of the nose. But the wart is ribbed for pleasure. Or the nose is ribbed for pleasure, if you know what I mean. Because, Stick don't know. And then here in the gallery, you have 100 Years of Wonder. And then they show a bunch of stuff. I like all this memorabilia, but it's really expensive. And for good reason. They're collectibles. But I want them. But at the same time, I don't want to pay for them. Is there anybody from Disney watching this that wants to give it to me for free? I'll say thank you. And then here's the drawing board. Good old creative drawing board. If you're lucky enough, you'll find someone actually drawing at the time, doing a piece of artwork. That's the gallery 100 years.